We're here from Arrow Ace.
I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently.
Stay out of Antiborough. Stuck in time loop.
I guess it's a ghost plumbing situation.
Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get it out of this one.
It wasn't all the bodies. There were 2 bodies.
Everyone else just got disappeared.
I went missing for a while and I lost my brother. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
It's the same mother that you keep describing as tyrannical and horrible.
Have to practice ritual fight with brother.
Ellie, can I make an insight check of myself but in real life?
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual asexuals. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing D&D 5th edition with a twist. Every character's past, present and future is based on a card drawn from the Deck of Many Things. I am Ellie, your sleepy DM. Oh, yes, and I use they, them pronouns. But today I will be your demisexual... Sleepy noises. What did you say?
I said that's stupid.
Wow, that's homophobic.
It sounded like you said something different. I was like, excuse me?
In Pride Month?
During Pride Month?
It won't be Pride Month by the time this is listened to. For definite.
Like almost the last day of the month.
Oh.
Tragically. Yeah, Pride Month's come and gone without much incident for me, unfortunately.
But Pride events happen through till like August, it's fine. The summer is Pride Month.
This is true.
It's funny, they just happen when there's good weather outside.
Yeah.
It's funny that.
It's because the gays control the weather.
Oh, right, yeah, I got it. That's why summer exists.
Exactly.
Courtney, Persephone and Hades take.
Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Am. I use she, her pronouns. I play Tosia Atherdale, who also uses she, her pronouns, who is the party fighter barbarian. And I'm currently on 64 hit points out of 134.
Woo!
That's how my fight's going.
Hello! My name is Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood, the Tabaxi Bard and Rogue. I'm on 31 hit points out of 68.
So I'm just basically at your max hit points currently.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
So I think I'm doing okay. Could be worse. Could be better.
I'm Eiriol. I use she, their pronouns. I'm dating Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock, who uses she, her pronouns. I'm on 11 out of 68.
Oh my god.
Which has made me gone, we have the same hit point value?
Ha! Look at that!
Yeah.
What's your constitutions, my friends?
+3, 16.
1.
0!
That would explain it, because I have 94 hit point maximum, and I was trying to like, wizard.
What's your con?
+3.
Why?
That makes sense. Squishy wizard.
Because I don't need it in wisdom or strength, so why not con?
Hey, real friends don't let other friends dump stat con.
Yeah. Anyway, is it me next? I think it is.
Is it me?
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Morgan, who is a wizard with 94 hit points. Well, she's actually got 21 at the moment, but she had 94 once upon a time.
I'm just remembering one time one of my favourite things to do is to just do rolled ability scores, but like do them like left to right so that they are entirely random.
Oh no.
And I remember once I gave like a character like -2 con, and it was like so funny. They had like 8 hit points.
I was going to play a sorcerer with -2 con, and they started off with 2 hit points.
Oh my goodness.
It's great.
What are you playing, Morkborg?
My GM said no, and I would have died on the first attack of the game if I had done it.
Yeah.
So I got bodied by a giant rat in 1 hit.
So in my in-person Lost Minds game, they adopted an NPC who I agreed could take levels if they shared their XP.
Yeah.
Because they were higher level, the first hit that NPC took, they straight out died, and they were like, what? And I was like, you did this.
Incredible. Part of the reason that this is going to be a bit chaotic is because we're all so sleepy.
I'm fine.
Early in the morning.
Once again.
No, we can't do this every time. Every time we say this, because it's either the morning or the evening.
This is a bit that was done last episode. We've done it.
Yeah.
Pay us to do afternoon slots. We can all leave our jobs and we can record in the afternoon.
Pay us a full income.
Yeah, a full salary.
We'll make a custom podcast for you.
No, don't stop saying this. Someone might take you up on it.
If they pay my income, I'll do anything.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
So when I was writing up my notes yesterday, I was like having a little look and I was like writing really detailed notes, and I had somehow managed to delude myself that we had finished the combat.
Nah.
But we didn't.
We'll never finish, Shelley.
So can anyone tell me what happened last time?
The combat will be eternal.
We combated. You threw more guys at us and we beat them up.
As to what happened last time, Morgan did a murder, and then...
That doesn't sound right.
Morgan did a murder, and then I think I knocked out 2 of them.
By the end of this campaign, I want every one of the party members to have murdered someone. That's my goal.
So there should be only 1... No, there was 4 left when I did the Steel Wind Strike at the end, and I knocked out 2 of them, so there's 2 left, I believe. The fog has lifted because Felicity blew it away with a gust of wind or something. I don't think she actually did that, but Felicity got rid of it in some weird way that was not explicit.
I can explain that if you would like.
No, leave it a mystery. We can all see one of the ones that's still alive has a grappling hook in the house, and I'm perched on the rope in front of them.
Yeah.
Toz was grappled, but I think is no
longer.
No, Toz is still grappled but has Arshella on stride. That's what happened. Because you chose to cast that instead of escape the grapple. Unless the grapple... Oh no, because I knocked the grappled one out. No,
yeah,
it's fine.
you got it to drop.
Also, I'm pretty sure that because Alfalfa did Siren Scream, I said that they were released from the grapple because
that's right.
Yes.
Put their hands over their ears. And went, ow, owie, ouchie.
I knew something had happened. Yes.
Cool, so I'm out of the grapple.
Owie, my earies. They hurt
Owie,
you.
owie, ouchie, my ears.
Ow,
my
ow.
ears. Oh no!
Toz, you have Asher down and stride, remember?
I think that's the only things that we need to remember. Also, Delphi is currently ghostly, although I think that only lasts 1 turn, so won't be much longer.
Yeah.
That's it, I think, that we need to remember.
So, we ended last episode on Raina's turn, so it is now Morgan's turn.
And Raina has just punted some person.
I did the Steel Wind Strike, so I went round all of them. Knocked out 2, the one by Delphi and the one by Toz. And now I'm in front of the one with the grappling hook. There's 2 left.
So there's like one that was banished like 3 or 4 rounds ago. Hilarious. One of them is dead. One of them has been knocked to 0 hit points and is on non-lethal damage. Currently up is one kind of plainclothes officer, and then the 2 like secret police spy people, orcs that join the fray later.
Awesome.
Don't ask me where anyone is, I've forgotten.
Chain lightning?
Good.
This is such a chaotic energy to do a combat in, where we're just like, I don't know, I guess. Who are you chain lightninging? And what do I need to do?
Well,
All of them, I guess.
Webster, you see, it's a chain. So I could hit a target of my choice within 150 feet, and then up to 3 other targets within 30 feet of the first target. Are they within 30 feet?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Dex saves from all of the enemies, please. And then they take 10d8 on a failed save.
Oh, I need to get their stat blocks up. Oh, me oh my. See, again, I was so preoccupied.
10d8. That's such a wild number of dice.
What, 10d8?
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like so many d8s. Who's ever gonna have that many d8s?
I own 1d8. I'm just gonna have to do it 10 times.
You're gonna have to do maths.
The guy who is on the rope with Raina got a... oh my god, crazy high, 26.
Yeah, that does pass.
Then the sort of secret police-y guy on the ground got also a 26?
No.
Yes, also a 26. And then
If this third guy gets a 26, I'm gonna...
the third guy did not get a 26.
Are you accidentally rolling a d100?
No, they just... I don't know how to explain to you that, like, rogues have high dex. I don't know why this is a surprise to you. I rolled well on the dice, and then they also have a +9 to their dex saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah.
You rolled 2 17s?
That was why I was, like, confused. I actually rolled a 19, and I'm so colossally bad at maths this morning that I gave them a smaller number.
Well, that's also good.
I'm glad you did it that way.
And the other one got a 7.
That does not pass.
Yeah.
Okay, so I suppose I am flying, or even if I was restrained, I would be doing this, frankly. So we did say I'm in the air.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fed up with this. I've got a breakfast meeting to get to and I haven't had any sleep yet. I wave my magic wand, or whatever I have, and I make a massive lightning.
What is going on?
I'm casting chain lightning, Webster. I did say this.
How long have you had this character?
Yeah, I know. I wave my magic wand? Who are you?
I don't know.
What is your spellcasting focus?
Good question. I can't remember.
Isn't it a staff? I swear to God, it's a staff. You have your character sheet in front of you.
Yeah, and I'm looking at there's several pages to the character sheet, and I'm looking at the one that describes chain lightning.
Oh my god.
Anyway, and then I hit the other enemies and I zap them with the massive lightning, and the one who did not dodge takes 39 lightning damage, and the others take
so dead.
19 lightning damage.
So the guy on the floor, who's like presumably basically just a police officer, just like a plainclothes police officer, just a little guy.
Webster, you don't get to do this.
Don't give cops just a little guy.
Do it, yes.
They attacked us out of nowhere without identifying themselves.
They did.
And they tried to kill us.
They tried to arrest us. No one's tried to kill us.
They tried to kill us.
And we're gonna kill them back.
Yeah.
How should I know that a little bit of lightning would kill them?
That's literally what we use to kill people in real life.
They had 7 hit points left, so I'm not going to say they fully disintegrate because that's a bit crazy.
Weren't they holding a knife to Felicity's throat and threatening to cut her throat? Because I remember that.
Not this guy, not this guy. They did grapple.
Yeah, but they're collective group.
They tried to arrest me, I think, which is means they deserve
No,
death.
I think they tried to kill us all.
Yeah.
They tried to grapple you, they didn't arrest you.
Yeah, they've been trying to arrest us.
Yeah.
They haven't said anything that says we're arresting you, they've just grappled you.
With weapons. They're armed. They have weapons.
The one remaining plainclothes officer drops dead. Immediate, easy death. And then the other ones, they both take 18 damage.
No,
did you say?
19.
They got 19 damage. Okay. It's Hugo's turn. He's going to take all of his action to dash So he's going back in the house and is, focusing on that. Delphi, it is your turn.
Cool. How close is the closest one? I'm assuming close enough that I can get to them.
Yeah, you've now got just the spies, let's call them the spies, left. So there's one on the ground and one on the rope with Raina. It's important to note these guys are not the original guys you started fighting, these are the reinforcements that came in. So they are pretty happy health-wise.
I should have zapped them.
Okay.
You did, you just failed to...
Kill them. Yeah.
They just rolled really well. Yeah. Okay.
Are we trying to stay here and take them out? I feel like we should at this point. There's only 2 guys left.
Well, also because we're trying to stop them getting the witch's hut.
Yeah,
Like, that's the
yeah.
purpose of this.
The house is still walking away at like 1 meter a second or whatever.
If I'm close enough, I will attack the one on the rope. Can I cut the rope? I have a thing.
You do have a big
Like, my whole deal is
stick with a spiky thing on it.
a big, sharp thing.
I'm on the rope.
I mean, Raina is on the rope.
I'll fall.
Higher or lower than the other guy?
How far up the rope are they both?
Raina is higher up. They're high enough off the ground that that's not quite feasible, I think. Like, they are probably like at least 15 feet off the floor.
Delphi throws her spear like a javelin, perfectly bisecting the rope in 2.
I'll just attack the guy then, right?
This is so chaotic. I think it's important to remember that you had a conversation with Hugo immediately before this where he stated his and his party's intentions, which was that they were going to try and escape.
Yes.
And he basically said, you guys do whatever, you don't need to kill them for us, but it's basically up to you. You all still have a telepathic bond that lasts for an hour.
Nice, fun.
So you can all continue to talk to each other and discuss what you would like to do in character, not just out of character. So
Delphi will be like, I can try and take him out if you want.
Well, it depends. Are we going to be able to get away, or are they going to keep going after the house?
I don't know. We should probably get them off of the rope attached to the house, but like other than
Yeah.
that.
First steps.
Yeah, if I can, I'm just going to attack the guy on the rope.
awesome.
Do I have to climb on the rope, or is this just going to be a
What is your range for the
10 foot?
spear? 10 foot. Yeah, I think you can get 10 foot in the air.
Great.
If you're holding it at the end and just go up,
Yeah.
then you don't have to get on the rope.
Can I get advantage because they're on a rope and probably not
No.
as dexterous?
No.
What is this game?
That would mean giving Raina disadvantage.
Please don't do that. That's the only time I don't get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Great. And then 15, which I don't think hits.
No.
Then 17.
No.
Just one hit. So that's 14 damage.
Lovely. Okay. Are you taking any bonus actions or anything like
I
that?
don't think I have any left that I can do because you banished my Hexblade curse boy. He's gone. You banished him.
I think you banished him, babes.
No, Felicity banished him.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
banished him.
God, I can't believe you do such a
Oops, I'd forgotten
No,
about
it's fine.
that. Oopsie daisy.
thing. Oopsie.
Oopsie. Okay.
Yeah, I think I am out of bonus action things that I can do other than the one that I'd have to do before I attack them. So that's me done.
Okay. Awesome. So you're like running up
Spiking them.
and thrusting your spear right up in the air, and I think you catch him like maybe on the thigh, and he's bloodied but still looking kind of determined.
Cool.
Felicity is the one person whose character sheet I didn't get up.
Ellie, what did you get up? What did you prepare?
How dare you, first of all?
You have two.
So
You have
rude.
Felicity and you have the orcs, and you didn't have either of them open.
Thanks, Chloe. I had Alfie, Seamus, and Hugo's
Oh, nice.
Why?
pages open.
They're not in the fight!
Oh, the people who've got back inside the hut.
They need to know how fast he can move.
Oh, I have a really funny thing that Felicity can do.
Go for it.
Unkill them?
always hilarious.
Can she unkill the people we kill?
No.
Murder.
No. She is going to concentrate on the guy who's on the rope. He was rolling a save, which he's absolutely failed. So Felicity holds her hands out and a beam of energy goes towards this guy, and you see him begin to transform, and he is reduced to a small boy.
A little orc!
Little guy!
Pick him up, and just take him with you. You're mine now. We have a member of the secret police.
Pocket orc. Pocket secret police.
Would you like to see my secret police?
So, reduce is the target size decreases by 1 category. So, from medium to small. So, he's like, not pocket size, but he's like, probably like 3 foot tall now. So, the target now has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And the attacks with its reduced weapons or unarmed strikes deal 1d4 less damage on a hit.
Is that the one on the rope that we're around, or the other one?
That is the one on the rope.
Ooh, awesome.
So he goes, wee, and then he's like, ah! As he kind of changes size, he sort of loses his grip on the rope a little bit, so that he's now kind of hanging from it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a little guy.
Stab
Just
up,
a little guy.
stab up.
Obviously does not affect his hit points.
Yeah.
Tosia.
Yes.
Your turn.
Everyone, it's just me interrupting your podcast listening to tell you all about our Patreon, where you can get access to all of our bonus content, both past and future. You can get access to side quest episodes, our 30-minute talkback episodes, table talk, or you can chill out with our cast cozy corner. You could even get a seat at our monthly one-shot table. Plus, all of our patrons are shouted out at the end of every episode. There's even stuff for free on there. So go to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces and get exploring.
Get him with the fire.
Very patiently waiting.
So, one secret police guy on the rope with Raina just been reduced.
Yes.
Where's the other one?
The other one was, if we think about it as a clock face, the house is at like 12 o'clock, and at this point, many of the party are gathered around the sort of like 12-ish, 10 o'clock-ish position. This guy was coming in from 6 o'clock, so he's a little further away, but has kind of joined the fray. I think he hit one of you with his sword, and I can't remember which one.
I don't know. Sorry.
Lovely.
In that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage again, because when I spend my turn not attacking someone like last turn it dropped. And remind me of the spell that's cast on me, Katie. Sorry, is it Longstrider?
No, it's Ashar Dallan's Stride.
Ashar Dallan's Stride.
It's fiery boots.
It gives you plus 20 feet of movement. Moving doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Also, the billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet. And so when you move within 5 feet of a creature or object, it takes 1d6 fire damage from you. Once per turn.
Awesome, so I will move towards the one at 6 o'clock, and he'll take a d6 of fire damage.
Sweet.
That's 3.
Lovely.
I'm then gonna attack twice.
Lovely. Go ahead.
Okay, first one is a 15 to hit. I think that misses.
Yeah, that misses.
Second attack is a 18 to hit.
That misses.
That misses! Okay, yeah, well, that's my turn. I did a little bit of fire damage, but I'm now taking up his attention.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Will's reminded me I have reckless attack. I'll use one of my reckless attacks. Oh, but they are rogued, and that will give him advantage to hit me. No, I'll do it. I've got 64 hit points.
Famous last words.
26!
That hits.
Awesome! 11 points of damage.
Is that the total?
Yes.
11. Cool, lovely. Now it's Seamus and Alfalfa. They are both going to just be focusing on...
Are they piloting the the house.
Just piloting the house.
Pilot the house, Shenji. Sorry.
To be honest, the house doesn't really need piloting, but I think... Actually, I suppose they could do something. Seamus is not going to because it will reveal his identity. Alfalfa might be able to do something. They're going to just do a ranged spell against the guy on the rope. That definitely does not hit. So they just open the window and a paw sticks out and a blast of water shoots towards you, Raina, but probably because they are aiming through a window, it just sails straight past you and misses, so nothing happens. We're now back at the top of initiative, so the spies are able to go. So, they're both going to do the same thing. Raina, the one of them is going to attack you. That's a 12.
Nope.
20.
Yes.
And 16.
Yeah, they both hit.
That's 21 points of piercing damage. Only 4 poison damage.
Oof.
And then is going to, like, have a little look around at the situation, and then I will do the attack for the other one, who is, I think, currently in battle with Toz. So I will just roll. That is a 14, a 20, and a 13.
14, 13, and a 20.
Yeah.
Only the 20 hits.
Okay, so that's 20 piercing damage and 6 poison damage.
Fine. He should have sneak attack because I recklessly attacked, so he has advantage on the attack if he is a rogue.
That is fine. I will just roll that again then. He doesn't get sneak attack.
Okay.
It's not like built into his thing. It's just a stat block. But if reckless attack gives him advantage, then I'll roll that again.
Was that 6 poison damage you said?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that would have been the same result because it's 9, 12, and then like 20. Oh my god, 24. So same number of hits. No crits.
Cool.
Hang on. Did the one attacked me? Did that from hanging on the rope?
Yeah, baby. Swing, swing, swing.
Oh my goodness.
That should have a disadvantage, surely.
And tiny.
Just checking. It's important.
Now this is their job.
It's our job too.
Yeah, this is their job. They only get disadvantage on their strength checks. Oh, but that's important. Their weapons should deal 1d4 less damage. I forgot about that.
Roll the 1d4 for both attacks and I'll add.
Chloe, give yourself back 6 hit points.
Yay!
So, both of them, to the rest of you, seemingly almost like telepathically linked. Raina, you can see that they are still communicating with each other via Thieves' Camp. Very subtly. The two of them begin to abscond, so they're both taking the disengage bonus action.
Okay.
Raina, the guy, sort of gives you one last sort of swing, and then when he sees that you're still up, he kind of was expecting you to not be up. He drops from the rope.
This tiny man.
The tiny orc drops from the rope and then kind of like lands on the blunt end of your crystal, Delphi, kind of drives it into the dirt and then uses that as kind of like momentum to start running off down an alleyway.
Quickly, catch that toddler. that rad toddler.
The other guy swings at you with the rapier and again, kind of like evaluating the situation, decides to start running. Again, if we're looking at things in a clock face, at 3 o'clock.
Oh, he's going to have to wait a while right there, then.
Seeing them start running, I would say over the telepathic one, like, well, looks like that's our cue, time to go.
Don't we need to figure out who they are and why they're attacking us, possibly?
Well, yes, but we can do that when we're not in an incriminating position.
I'm pretty confident that they're just like the law enforcement of the city.
What, really? Why are they attacking us?
Yeah.
We're helping the people who want to give the Forgeborn more legal rights, right?
But they didn't even give us a chance to bribe them. They put all this effort in and they didn't even...
We can have this discussion when we are out of here and
Yeah.
Let's not explain fascism over telepathic bond.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Delphi's gonna cast scatter. On all of us to just like be as far away as possible in a group.
Incredible.
Yeah, I voluntarily fail.
They will telepathically tell people, I'm like, cool, let's scatter, and then go.
Oh my god, that's great, actually. What a great way to get out of an incriminating situation. Just press the scatter button and then you're ending up... Do you just end up in different parts of the city? Is that how that works?
No. I get to choose exactly where we all go. It's 5 creatures,
Oh, great.
which is all 4 of us, and then, thingy.
Felicity?
Felicity!
Felicity, okay. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the toddler man, yes, of course. I'm keeping this boy.
Yeah, little mascot.
My boy.
Secret, please.
We put him in a jar and keep him there.
Okay, where are you scattering to?
Just like as far down the road in the opposite direction. It's 120 feet, so it's not like super far, but it's a decent distance away. Especially if you're like, if they look back, we're just gone, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Cool.
I can't do that
Okay.
on the house, but like...
Hey, Hugo said he was dealing with it. We'll deal with us.
Yeah. I'm just double checking the range of Mary's telepathic bond, and it covers any distance.
Woo!
On the same plane of existence,
Nice.
which is crazy.
Fantastic.
For how long?
Okay.
For an hour.
Cool.
So you have scattered yourself away from the scene of the crime. Presumably at some point, like, you guys scatter and then, like, post-credits comedy bit, this guy pops back into existence from the banishment, is like, what the hell? And sees that his friend is dead and another 2 men are unconscious.
I mean,
I think 2 of them are dead.
Yeah.
2 of them are dead, you're so right.
do we meet on some rooftop somewhere?
You guys can head back to the university, like, wherever you're staying.
I think that would be wise.
What time of day is it at this point?
Middle of the
It's
night.
like 2 or 3 a.m.
Cool.
That's a long combat.
Let's sleep.
Well, we already spent half the night talking,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, Toz is going to... I guess, do we have enough time to take a long rest if we're doing stuff in the morning?
That's a good question. I think you know that Felicity's talk is at 1 p.m. and Dr. Yesha Ursan's talk is at 2 p.m.
But there's so many good
And
talks.
there are many roundtable discussions and similar posters and things going on.
Also, I have a breakfast appointment.
You have a breakfast appointment, so you could conceivably get 8 hours sleep from, like, let's call it 2:30, and that would take you to, 10:30?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't miss the main events. You would be missing some of the things. It also depends on when you decided that you were going to do recon with Hugo and Co.
We still have the telepathic bond, right? So we can talk
Yes.
to Hugo and be like, well, look, what time should we meet you in the morning? Like, 11-ish?
It strikes me as a bit late, but I think we could all do with the rest.
Exactly.
Yes, 11 sounds fine. Yes, okay, we'll meet you outside.
Yay! I'm going to do all my long rest stuff now while the rest of this conversation goes on.
I already have.
I don't think I can, because I want to go to the round table discussion at 11.
I think the only exception might be Morgan.
And your breakfast appointment, right?
And my breakfast appointment. So the plan is... Sorry, to recap the plan, we're smuggling in a pocket full of Warforged by Delphi, and I'm smuggling in Dr. Moonerin myself with a polymorph. Is that what I was doing?
Yes.
So I need to...
And Alfie is going to sneak in through the staff, through the kitchen.
On their own recognizance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I need to... And I'm meeting Rebecca breakfast at, like, I don't know, 9. So yeah, I'm going to take a short rest.
Yeah.
I'm an academic. I don't need to sleep.
Okay.
It's fine.
Nah.
That reminds me of, I'm sure that Nate has a warlock subclass. It's like an academic warlock that's like, I don't need sleep. I'm just perpetually exhausted.
I have 13 hit dice to spend.
I would say, Ellie, as we were like heading back, I would have tried to take us a little bit of a more winding or like circuitous route and be like checking for people following us and things like that.
Sure.
Who are those guys then? While we're on the subject?
We don't know. We've got no idea. They just turned up.
If we still have the telepathic bond, I'll be like, do you know who they were?
I mean, I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were some kind of covert law enforcement. Or maybe, I don't know how to sort of describe this, but extra law?
That's just not the law then.
That's not very honourable.
Yes.
Honourable?
No. I imagine that maybe they were trying to find the house. If they were trying to find the centre of our activity, then that would make sense. But what I don't understand is how they managed to find us. Like, part of the, part of the reason that we meet in Alfie's place is because it can move around so much.
Us? I don't...
I think they were following us.
We spotted someone and they ran away.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. There was someone following us.
But I don't know why someone would be following us specifically, unless it was because we'd been asking about Hugo.
Yeah, they were watching Hugo's place.
Yeah.
But that would mean they're already onto Hugo specifically and they're looking for him rather than...
And I'm assuming, Hugo, you don't spend your time in your house anymore.
Not so much.
Yeah.
You didn't mention to us that you were being followed. That would have been useful information earlier.
We thought they
didn't
left.
realise it was a law enforcement. We thought it was just... We've been followed a lot. It happens.
It's not clear exactly who they were reporting to, but it sounds like their intention was to follow the house and to apprehend whoever was inside. So thank you for getting them off our trail. But now, of course, they know what the house looks like. I'll talk to Alfie about how that might slow things down. But
absolutely.
Luckily, they didn't get eyes on Alfie or Seamus, so...
Rescue.
And they already knew about you.
Well, I don't know if they did.
Well, they must have done, otherwise they wouldn't have been following us. We were just looking for you. We weren't involved in anything else.
Well, we are associated with some...
We have legal clearance in this city. We haven't done anything... Well, up until tonight, we hadn't done anything illegal here.
We still haven't, really.
I'm pretty sure we've killed an officer of the law in this city. I would class that as very illegal.
We were assaulted.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I think it's still illegal, though.
We were assaulted and you killed them? Because they attacked us, Morgan?
It was an accident.
I thought, aren't you always going on about how that sort of thing is politically dangerous or
Yeah, I
something?
do think I should have gone back and, I might circle back round and do something about that.
We can't, right?
I can.
We got a lay low.
I can turn invisible.
Morgan, you need to rest for tomorrow.
No, I don't. I'm fine. I took a little nap. I'm going to take a little nap.
Delphi goes like, Felicity, are you okay?
I mean, I've definitely been better. That's my first near-death experience, and it wasn't fun, I'll tell you that much, but thank you guys for stepping in and saving me.
Of course.
Yeah, that's going to be one I'm going to have a little think about. I'm going to be honest, I always kind of fancied my chances as an adventurer, because, I just thought it was kind of like what we did last time, but that was horrible, and I don't want to do that ever again. I think academia is the place for me.
Well, I must say, excellent job on the battlefield. You kept a really cool head and made some good strategic decisions.
Oh, well, thank you.
And also, none of us have ever had that happen.
And To's kind of just like well...
Not that specifically, but yeah.
Listen, I don't know about you all, but I am very tired, and we have a lot to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Morgan, I advise you don't go back to the crime scene, but...
That might be too...
I can't stop you.
I imagine that we were having this conversation while walking back from our various scatter points, right? We weren't at the place yet?
Yeah.
We were all scattered in the same place.
They were all in one point. Scatter doesn't actually scatter people. It
relocates them.
We all moved to the same point together.
Besides, we're having it over telepathic bond anyway, so...
Morgan is going to sidle off at some point.
For what it's worth, it's not that I want to stop your plan or anything like that, but I'd rather if I can just go to the conference and present my stuff and...
Hey, that's totally fine, Felicity.
You do
In
that.
fact, I don't think you were part of the plan anyway.
Oh, that's great! I kind of just got the bare bones of it on the way back, and it sounded quite complicated.
Well, you've got a presentation to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that Dr. Delaware obviously would have wanted me to do it justice, and, well, yeah, I think I just want to make sure that I do it right.
Yeah, you better go get some sleep. Prepare for that. Don't you worry about us.
Yeah.
We got this.
Sure.
Morgan is going to take a power nap and get her short rest in. And then she's going to sidle back around to the scene of things and just sidle up in that direction.
Are you invisible?
I am going to walk up towards like the next street along and see if I can hear anything. Like police sirens.
You can definitely hear the sound of some kind of spells being cast. You can hear a footfall. Do you want to roll me a perception check?
Yeah, okay. That is a 7 plus a fairly large number. 7 plus plus 6, 13?
Yeah, with a 13, I'll say you won't get anything more specific than you can hear that there are some people around, and you maybe can hear that there's some whooshes and rushes of air that you would associate with spell being
Okay,
cast.
I am going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself. And then I'm going to fly up as quickly as I can to get eyes on it.
Cool. So as you fly up, you can see the scale of the whole scene under the starlight. The house is long gone, and you can see that one of the original orcs, wearing all black, is speaking to somebody in a sort of similar looking uniform. And then there is basically like a cleanup crew. So there's a couple of stretchers on which are there's three people. There's the two people who died and the one person who was knocked unconscious. And they're kind of being ferried onto a kind of cart. And then there are a couple of people casting prestidigitation to just clean up the crime scene and really getting rid of the blood and like moving the bins that had been like knocked over and unsmashing glass, and there's a couple of people as well talking to the people.
Well, that's not brilliant.
The houses that are like directly where you were fighting were empty. They were like abandoned. This is quite like a rundown, derelict part of town, but further along down the street there were people, and you can see that they're cordoning off the area with magic, basically, and you can see that there are some mages who are casting some kind of illusion spell to basically give the appearance of the road looking entirely normal from the perspective of if you were someone on the south side of the road looking up north.
Hallucinatory terrain.
Exactly. Yeah, but because you're kind of above it, you can kind of see what's actually happening.
Well, I don't think I can easily deal with this now. I should have come back earlier. Oh well. I am going to retreat, and there isn't like a well-known terrorist organisation with an identifiable logo, is there? No.
Yes, there is, and we're their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like a different one who I can make the scapegoat.
Probably not.
Well, they're not terrorists that we know of.
I know they're not terrorists. What Katie was getting at, I was like, there's one notable group that the police will be happy to blame this on, and they're the people we're helping.
I'm trying to think if there's, like, is there another one that I can, like, plant some evidence in?
There'll be another one from a different city, and so you'll be causing, like...
That's fine.
Intercity conflict. Where it was like, oh my god, you might start a war kind of thing.
I think it's probably too late for that.
I thought I didn't have to deal with Morgan doing silly things. I thought it was just Delphi and Taz.
Look, if you can blame somebody else Yeah, I'm just going to go home then and start putting together a presentation for my informal lunch presentation.
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Massive thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ibad, KP, Steph Burke-Stelia, and Sarah. You can find us on social media at Deck of Many Aces or on our website, deckofmanyaces.com. Don't forget to join our Discord. It's completely free to access for everybody. And if you feel so inclined, you can support us on Patreon for as little as £3 a month, where you can get access to our bonus content. If you enjoyed the music to this podcast, you can find it on streaming platforms under Chloe Elliott. Plus, don't forget to check out me and Am on RWD. We have just finished campaign 2 and we'll be starting a new campaign very, very shortly, so do go check that out. And as always, to keep up with what Ellie's up to, go to the link in the episode description to subscribe to their newsletter. That's it from me. Have a nice week. Bye!